Hey everyone, I don't know, Instagram kicked us off of the live, but welcome back to Sweety High Live. I am your host, Sienna Leone. So sorry, sometimes technical difficulties, but today we are joined by singer-songwriter, musician LP. So LP just dropped her new album, Churches, so we're going to be talking all about that, and I just saw her in the last live, but let's see if she's in here, and we're going to go live. Sorry about that, you guys. Technical difficulties. Hi again. Bear with us. You know how it goes. I hope everyone's having a great start to the new year. But if you did not hear me on the last live, LP and I will be hopping on Music Monday. So make sure you guys are subscribing to Sweety High's YouTube so you do not miss LP's Music Monday. I am so excited. Now, LP, if you are here, let's say hi in the comments again. Sorry about that, everyone. I know you all are so excited. I saw all your fan asked questions come through, so I did choose 4. So bear with us. And let me know if you could hear me. I know some of you are saying you can't hear me. I see LP. Let's do
it. Yo.
Hey, how are you?
Anna, what's up, girl?
What's
good.
up?
How are you? What are you doing?
I'm good. LP, can you hear me properly? All good?
I can.
Okay,
yeah.
Fabulous. Look at your vibe right now. I love it.
Vibe. Woo.
Oh my God.
Happy New Year. Happy Monday. I'm in LA.
LA, okay. Yes, me too.
Where are
It
you?
is a beautiful day. LA.
It is, yeah. That's why we decided, hey, fuck it, let's be outside, you know, why not?
I like it, I like it. LP, this is our first time meeting, so Happy New Year and nice to meet you.
You too,
I
you
am
as well.
Such a fan of your work, I truly am. You have one of the most beautiful voices. Churches, I was listening to it when I was getting ready, and I was like, if I had those vocal cords, I would be so happy. You are so
that's
talented.
So sweet, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thanks for playing my stuff for everybody. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And,
you have so many fans that are so excited. So many fans from all across the world.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount
right?
of asked questions we got was crazy. But let's dive in here. Cool. You just had an album released December 3rd. So now that it's out for the fans and viewers, how are you feeling?
You know, I feel great. It's like kind of like a free fall though, because, you know, when you like don't jump right into touring, it's like, because usually I think when I release, I start touring right away, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, I think I think I'm just anticipating, you know, next year a lot, or this year. Sorry, oops.
Yeah, new year.
yeah, exactly. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'm really I'm just looking forward to playing it for them, and the response has been so beautiful, and it's already getting you know, streamed a lot, and I just like, I think it's almost like gonna be this kind of interesting little boom like situation when I do go on tour, where I'm gonna be like, oh wow, like people have been listening. Cool. You know, I hope.
Yeah, anyway, this is cool. Now, speaking about streams, I mean, you did put out your single Churches before obviously your album dropped, and LP, that hit 80 million streams and views. So I want to know, out of the 15 songs on your track, why did you guys decide to go with Churches to be the single?
Oh, I hate to refute that, but I don't think we did yet go with the actual Churches. I mean, we went with Conversation.
Oh,
excuse
me. Sorry, I meant
a few different ones.
Excuse me. Churches is the album.
Sorry about that.
No, sorry, my mistake.
I never know. I'm always like crazy. But yeah, we just kind of casually put Conversation out there. We've been putting, you know, the one that you love was the first song that we put out, and that was, you know, like, I mean, early, like kind of pandemic, the summer of the pandemic, like 2020. And so yeah, I don't know. I named the album Churches though because I wanted to bring attention to that song, because I wasn't sure that it would be a single. I think that was like probably what the verbiage was that you received. But yeah, I named it that because I was fairly certain that it wouldn't be a single, you know, and I really wanted people to go like to that song. I didn't want it to get lost, and because that song was really in my memory, the way I, you know, because there's a song, Can't Let You Leave, that's older than Churches. That's from like Lost on You era that I wrote that. And I always have a song that's like kicking around for a bit that I put on a record later. But Churches was really the first record that I wrote for this it was like the beginning of the writing of this record. So it felt like the like kind of, epicenter.
Now, LP, for the fans that are listening right now that may not be familiar, what
Yeah.
was your inspiration for these songs and this album? Where did you pull your inspiration for this one?
I mean, there were so many things. I went through a lot of different stuff, with my personal life and also, I mean, the pandemic when I was like kind of putting it all together and like, because there's like many, many songs. I usually have to cull down my, like I have records ready to go already, more
Right.
that I'll like kind of like add to and build on. But I feel like a lot of the pandemic stuff started to play into it and kind of the uncertainty of everything but I think like mostly like kind of my spiritual bend and where I was going with that and and my personal the normal, my personal struggles, my
Right.
relationship, the world, you know
Right. There's a lot, especially in the
yeah, it's a
times
lot
we're
of stuff.
living in, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very
Now,
inspiring time to be alive, even though like an inspiring entails, negative and positive, so.
now, LP, I mean, when you look at this album, how would you describe this album in one word? I know that may be hard, but for you, one word, how do you describe Churches?
I would say potent.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's there's a lot of I think there's a lot of there, you know what I mean? It's and I don't know, that's the word I would use, I guess.
Now, you had a big 2021 album. I know 2022. What are we going to be expecting from you? Are you working on new music, touring?
Always, but really touring right now, like that's my biggest concern, like getting back into and I mean, everybody's been through so much, and I know that sometimes it bums me out because I know that like that even seeing live music is kind of not as high on people's priority list these days, probably, in a lot of countries, a lot of places, and so I just, whoever can possibly go, and I want to try to bring them the maximum joy. I just want to get have the show be great.
Now, LP, your fans had so many fan asked questions for you. We are hopping on shortly on a Music Monday, but your fans, I could only pull 4 questions, but holy,
Okay.
you have some of the best fans I've seen asking so many questions. But
and
if
thank
you're
you
ready,
all the people watching. It was really good to see you and all that stuff. Yeah, I miss you too. Hi, everybody.
A lot of questions, but LP, if you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All
Sarah,
right.
go.
LP, your fans want to know, what is a favorite song on your album?
There's so many, but I think like sometimes like One Last Time is my favorite. Sometimes The One That You Love is my favorite. I think it's like I'll know when I get on tour more, but I would say a lot of them. One Last Time. I'll go with that. Why not?
Okay. Okay. Is there a specific reason you chose that?
I don't know. I just feel like that was for me a very When We Touch is also one of them, and I think
like that one. I like that.
Yeah, that was the last song I wrote for this record. And we, when we were writing it, like it was I don't know. I just like that was like kind of one of the first titles that I wrote in my book when the pandemic really took hold. But and I was like okay, well, I'm not gonna be touring for a while. Wow.
Wow.
Then I just started to anticipate the when we did,
Right.
and so that that song was kind of born then, and then I don't know, Mike and Nate and I just like I remember we at a session we had our little pod, like everybody, we went out to Palm Springs in the middle of the summer of 2020, boiling hot, and we started writing that, and it was just like, I remember it was memorable, but I love that song. I love how it came out.
Palm Springs in the summer, that is hot.
Dude, it was 120 degrees.
Holy.
and yeah, and it was like, and there was so many people partying there. So I think all the older people kind of like stay out of Palm Springs in the summer because it's too hot.
Too hot.
And they were just like kids partying next door, just
crazy
people like splashing around all fucking day. It was funny.
Now, LP, this question came in a lot, but your fans want to know what inspired you to write Rainbow, because it is one of their favorite songs.
Uh, Rainbow is Rainbow started out about my ex-girlfriend, Lauren, who's like was a really big chunk of the last like 5 or 6 years of my life, and you know, and it was interesting because it was a written about our difficulties, and then it kind of like also kind of took on another like weird psychological turn of being about my father,
Oh, wow.
too, or the like the something I saw in like the difficulties that that our difficulties brought up in me, like this child part of me. I don't know, and it's weird. It was like a whole. It was very emotional. When the melody came out, had so much emotion in it and so much like kind of adult and child fear and um stuff like that. I don't know. It's crazy. And it's the
Beautiful
first time that kind
song.
of happened. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Interesting. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. All right,
Sure.
question 3. This is a pretty specific question from one of your fans, LP. They say it 3 years ago, you got a tattoo of a panther backstage in Moscow. Now, what is the meaning behind the panther?
um. Well, I just like they're like it's like a spiritual strength and depth that the panther has. And from what's the what's the name of the panther in the Jungle Book? Yeah. And I remember getting into
Oh,
Russia, and that's a really that character. I didn't know it at the time, but apparently that Bagheera, yeah, Bagheera, and
Bagheera.
yeah, but I remember them after I got it. They were telling me because I just like the symbol of the panther, and this is a Sailor Jerry stencil. That's like I have a bunch of Sailor Jerry tattoos, and and I have the whole sailor thing going. I feel like in essence I feel like a sailor. And so when I got this panther, I remember some of my Russian friends were telling me that it was interesting because in the version of not the Jungle Book, but the story of that in Russia, the panther is kind of like non-binary, kind of like
Right,
this
okay.
female and male spirit, and it was very interesting. And yeah, I got it done. I'm gonna forget the tattoo parlor. If you do you know it? Sorry,
You're
but
like,
yeah,
tagline, phone
yeah,
in
but
a
it's
friend.
a female owned tattoo parlor, and the owner, the main person, tattooed me, and she had
Wow.
tattooed me before on my foot. I have a rooster on my foot, and yeah, I just I love Russia, and I've been there a bunch, and yeah, so it's like it was a memorable one. I remember waking up. It was one of the first ones that I ever got, like where I was kind of drunk. I'll be honest with you, and I woke up the next morning like, oh, what?
You're
Oh
like,
my
what?
God. Yeah, I was like, shit. And now I love it. I mean, I loved it, but I was just like, whoa,
Did I
hold on
do
a second.
that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Like,
your
wow.
fans also, I'm just going to add this in here as we're talking about your tattoos, but they did want to know, how many tattoos do you have?
It's a great question because I just got 3 more in the last like month or two. So let me see. One, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it's got to be more than that. I think I have like 15.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'll
It's
figure
a
that out and
mixtape.
get back to you.
You're like,
It's
you're like, I'm going to
definitely
go
over
count my
11.
tattoos.
Yeah, there you go. Definitely over 11.
Last question before we
All
head
right.
on over to Zoom, but I know this may be hard given the
Mm-hmm.
times we're living in to answer this as things are changing every day, it seems like. But this is a big question from your fans as well. But they do want to know, will you be offering a meet and greet during your tour?
I will, but I think it's
Okay.
slightly changed. It's more like a sound check and like a more of a distance. I don't know if it's like a huggy, kissy one. I'm not sure, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'd be willing to do that. I mean, I've done everything. I even had COVID recently, so I'm
Right.
like I've got every single
Hey,
fucking
me
thing
too.
you can get. And so I'm
Me
like
too.
I'm all bolstered up. I'm bulletproof
You're
now.
like, you're superhuman now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so.
All right, well, there you go. You guys have the answer you wanted, but she will be doing something. So stay tuned, and hopefully that sticks. I mean, fingers crossed. And LP, whenever you're performing out here in LA, I would love to come and see a show.
I think May 21st at the Greek. You got to come. Please come and come backstage. Give me a hug and you know, a masked hug. Actually, fuck it. We don't need masks because we have everything. So, yeah, please come and say hi. Thank you so much for today. Guys, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Everyone, you guys, make sure you guys are following LP. Make sure you guys are going to stream the new album, Churches. And also make sure you guys are subscribing to YouTube, our Sweety High YouTube, because LP and I will be hopping on Music Monday, and you will not want to miss that. That is going to be coming out next Monday. So we will see you guys soon, and LP, I will see you shortly.
All right. See you soon.
Bye, all right. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.